All right, let's see what's going on here. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure having you guys here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help you to become Christ like, Buddha like, Krishna like. And what that simply means is that I help you to have the ultimate understanding about who you are. Another way of saying that, I help you, to attain your highest level of consciousness. Another way of also of saying that would be, I help you to become a fully developed human being. And I do that pretty much by helping you to bring together a different aspect of yourself. For instance, your emotions, I help you to become emotionally and mentally balanced at the same time. Not one over the other, because for you to fully develop, you need to grasp the physical aspect of you as much as your spiritual aspect of yourself. The whole understanding of holistic, or even to be perfect, like your Father in heaven is, that idea, because perfection has absolutely nothing to do with being flawless. It doesn't exist in this reality. That's why for you, you need to make mistakes for you to get better. That's why you fall. So it's not even a question, like through repetition, we improved. Because we are improving ourselves. And then you also realize it goes deeper than just the result of what you're looking for. It's almost like you're shaping yourself. Then that's when you really get to realize that you are the architect. But anyway, I'm a little bit too fucking, I guess, excited, for lack of better terms. But what I'm really saying here is that, to have that deeper understanding, you need to come together with yourself. You cannot be one-sided. That's why, and then I will be talking about, let's just say, if you are emotionally unbalanced, whether you're being triggered, you mad, or you're too in love, too emotional, whatever the situation is. We all have experienced and seen people that, let's just say, they too in love, and then there are certain things that same person is doing to them and was doing to them that other people have the sight to see, but them, they can't see it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why they tell you, even in anger, like the point what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't really matter if you're happy. There you go. Even happiness, you still need to be in control of that shit. Still need to be balanced. Because sometimes being too happy, you could miss out on a whole bunch of shit too. You give away shit, things you wouldn't give away, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, the bottom line here is that to be emotionally balanced, and that's why, I'm going to be talking about that too. But I guess just so you have a better understanding, because at this point, I'm showing you that you being overly happy or mad, depressed, all of this shit has an impact on your inner vision, regardless of your emotions being high, low, whatever the fuck. Because ultimately, when we're talking about, or what I'm talking about when it comes to being emotionally balanced, it's you understanding and being in tune with your emotions. It's definitely not, let's just say, you know how motherfuckers be like, not to raise your voice, then you are in control. Whoever's losing. Nah, it has nothing to do with that. In fact, when we're talking about that, that's just another way, truly, for them to control you. Because we have a tendency in this culture, when someone is passionate about what they say or what they're saying, you get to discredit them. And that's bullshit. Do you see what I'm saying? That's totally bullshit. The things you need to discredit about emotions is the fact that, let's just say, if you're not in tune with your own emotions, then now you don't have the proper vision to see shit. That's what you should be concerned with. Not, not raising your voice, or, all of that shit is bullshit. It's just another way, it's just another deceiving bullshit behavior type of, but anyway, It's bullshit. it's it's pure bullshit. So no, it's definitely not that. So now, that's why going back to being emotionally balanced, it's you being in tune with your emotions, and now what could have, I mean now you have a better understanding instead of you not seeing things as you should, but now through your emotions you have a better understanding. Or not necessarily better, but you're able to acknowledge it, whatever the fuck the situation is. Because the one thing I learned about emotions too, and emotion is crazy, it's not necessarily you having to change that fucking emotion. It's mainly you having to acknowledge it. That's why an emotion acknowledged versus an emotion that's being repressed. I mean, the whole you being triggered, those indications are pretty much the repressed emotion that's letting you know, nigga, I'm here. Acknowledge me. That's why when you acknowledge your emotions, it automatically changed the whole dynamics now. It's not a matter of, but then at this point, then you'll have the ability to transmute, meaning change it from, let's just say, this pattern to a pattern that ultimately serve you to your highest, or to the benefit of you, or the highest benefit of you. And the whole process of even us tuning into us, it's you also knowing that you are the way. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. So pretty much as a spiritual healer, that's what I do. I help you to attain that highest level of consciousness. I help you to become fully developed as a human being. But you can only do that by embracing different aspects of you. The minute you become one-sided, you're going to have a one-sided perspective. That's exactly what it is. Just like when you look at, let's just say, a Republican or a Democrat, those are one-sided people. And for them to have a one-sided perspective, they have to look at it from a one-sided, that's what they know. But the minute for you, you get to see the benefit of both sides, it's going to be impossible for you to choose a side. Again, one truth never hurt another truth. I've never seen that. That's why truth recognizes truth. If I'm telling you the truth, you already got truth. So it's more truth to all, that's just the way it works. So that's why, to even begin with, and this is of course on a higher level too, because man, anyway, I hate to go, well, fuck it, let's go there. I'm already there anyway. When I hear the one-sided perspective of Christianity, you automatically shutting down other people or any other type of religion, claiming that you are the only truth, when you don't even know their side of it. Not even, in fact, don't you think it would help you to know their sides, and that's how you would know yours is the ultimate truth? Otherwise, you're just repeating the very first thing that is being instructed to you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why, in so many words, y'all fuckers are idiots. But I get it. That's why mythology is the highest form of mind control. But then again, and I'll be talking about spirituality too, that's why we understand, you act like you're God. There's nothing that a Christian is doing that his Bible doesn't tell him to do. He's a reflection of that. And when you understand that, the idea of you acting like your God is pretty much showing you are reflecting your reality. And in so many words, this is what we're going to be talking about today too, is that, you know, your reality start within. That's why you waking up to truth, man. The truth is already around you. You're the one waking up to it. That's what your growth is. That's what awakening is about. That's what those aha moments are pretty much all about. This is you waking up to what's already around you. That's why you're in a state of sleep. Or, you know, many different religions, you know, have different ways of saying it. Jesus telling you not let the dead bury the deads. You know, other people would say the living corpse. But then again, ultimately, you know, they're saying what they're saying. All of them all right. Here's what I wanted to tell you. That's why it's important for you to understand the level, the context of what certain things are being said. The reason why someone who's saying, like in Christianity, if Jesus said they're dead, it's right, because Jesus is referring to that consciousness, that higher level of consciousness. And the minute that you don't have it, then you are dead. One truth never hurt another truth. Then now you have the motherfucking Buddhists who are telling you a living corpse. Because now they're also right. Because the living part that they are acknowledging is almost like Jesus telling you, you need more than just dick and pussy. Meaning there are people that are breathing, there are people that are shitting, that are fucking, that are having kids, but yet they don't have a deeper understanding of who they are. So that makes you a living corpse. That's why your truth, the truth, will make you to be more of who you are. If I'm into voodoo and then you telling me some real shit about Jesus, I'm always going to appreciate it. That's why niggas who do voodoo shit, they tell you we fuck with Jesus, nigga. Why would you not? Why would you go against a man who's talking about love, bro? But also your God doesn't teach you to refrain from other God. Your God invites you to the universe. And when you're looking at the Sufism, the Gnostics, whoever the fuck, or any other type of occult or sacred text or those manuals, they don't tell you not to fuck with something else. But only Christianity does that, and they do it. What a coincidence. That's what your colonizers used on you. When they were telling you about God, they didn't allow you to see the God in you. But what they tell you was, your ways was not the way. This is the way. And then now anybody who pretty much became or following or is under that spell, for lack of a better term, or who's on that frequency, then you're going to speak like that. That's why not only that you speak like your God, but you also speak like your colonizers too. I mean, it's beautiful. But this is also part of the great design too. Me personally, I love it. I love it. You know, contrary to what other people would tell you, you know, they're lying to you. No. I mean, shit, they are, but I love their lies. Because if you know the truth, their lies is not even a lie. That's how the truth sets you free. But for me, I love it better that way, because now it forces you to awaken something else in you. That's why in the occult, we say certain things, like when we say, like, Mary got pregnant by God. That was said on purpose. Meaning, man, it's not a sexual thing like you and I, your mom and dad, had a sexual relationship and then Jesus gave birth. It was said for you on purpose, for you not to take that like, let me see how stupid you're gonna be. But at the same time, the more we emphasize on that aspect of it, it's just for you to snap out of it too. So those of us who got the sight, when we hear that shit, we're like, oh no, how would God fuck Mary? Because it's being said that way to awaken something in you, the understanding aspect of you, the very part of you even questioning that. And this is the whole, science behind us, the true priest or our ancestors, coding and decoding these things. Because you got to have the rites of passage. You got to. When you understand that, that's why even our ancestors, I'll give you a perfect example, we had initiation. We had mystery schools. There was a reason for that. Not because we didn't want to share the knowledge with everybody, no. Because we understand not everybody is meant to understand that, or not everybody's ready for it. And when you understand that, guess what? You do not cast your pearls before swine. Do you see how everything is making sense? That's why in so many words I'm going to be talking about spirituality. At this point I'm already talking about it, but more on that, your reality start within. That's the state of mind we need to adopt. But anyway, going back to, man, there's a whole bunch of shit that's being said here. So to summarize pretty much, in terms of what I do as a spiritual healer, and I just pretty much broke down the reason why it's important for you to embrace different aspects of yourself if you're going to have a broader perspective of yourself. How do you shut down the spiritual side of you and then you claim to know yourself? No, motherfucker. You know one side of you. And because you don't understand that other side of you, the part of you that you even think you understand, you don't truly understand it, because you would have to see it, how it relates to your spiritual side. That's why when you look at something from two different perspectives, you have a broader perspective. That was your idea, or the idea of them trying to get you to think critically. You got to be critical for you to think critically. So again, it all comes down to your reality. Start within. But anyway, again, keep that in mind. So now, yeah, you don't want to have a one-sided perspective, because even that one-sided perspective you have, it's not even going to help. And again, I just told you why you're not going to have a deeper understanding of it, because you're looking at it from one side. Get it? So now, let me say this. Remember when I was talking about it repress emotions? And sometimes because people see what happens to you when you are emotionally, let's just say, unbalanced, but that's not the way they look at it. But they're saying too emotions, then too emotional. So as a result, we're choosing to repress it. And like I always tell you guys now, that right then and there is that recipe for toxicity. That's exactly what toxicity is. Whenever you hear people talk about such and such being toxic, so that's their repressed emotions that is expressing itself. and they are being triggered. They don't even know what the fuck's taking place. They can't even take accountability because they don't. Man, the list goes on. And that goes to show you too the complexity of our body, bro. When you understand all that shit about us, that alone, that's why we know when people tell you your body's like a fucking machine. It's like, nigga, what? Just the memory aspect of you. The different aspect even of us, the way we process information. More people, some people are like, they gotta touch it. Other people like break it down for me. Once they understand it through their mind, they got it that way. Other people, they gotta resonate with it. So again, I'm showing you the elements, how they are part of you. How do you deny that part of you? And when you do, guess what's going to happen? Because now you have a one-sided aspect of you, that you can really have a full understanding of who the fuck you are. Then now you become slave to what you don't know, to your physical self. But then again, going back to the whole physical thing that we were going through, even to look at your body from that perspective, man, it's just amazing, bro. That's why your body is an extension of your consciousness too. A strong body, a strong mind. A strong mind, a strong body. You know, the motherfucker you see rip, this motherfucker, like, is ripping his mind too, bro. The discipline that it takes. Man, nigga, listen, man. I mean, I started getting some packs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's looking sexy as fuck, nigga. I've been on talk to the hand type of shit, nigga. I've been on my sexy pretty boy shit, nigga. Nigga, what? I'm looking better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Shit. The older I'm getting, the more, oh man, listen, man. Listen. But anyway, I'm saying that to show you, again, the reality starts within. I know there's been time where I struggled with losing weight. My weight would go up, and then, you know, a couple weeks later go down. I wasn't ready, man. When you're ready, you're ready. That's why you are exactly where you are, man. When you get to get in tune with life on that perspective, then reality is like you are co-creating. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it, man. I'm pretty much, you know, like getting the download from the universe. I'm understanding and connecting more with my reality and understanding what's taking place. It's almost like we have this natural communion, this holy communion between, you know, myself, or the within and the without. Man, it's I'm living it. I still don't. I can't explain it. You got to see it for yourself. And this is why, again, just like it was said in the Matrix, and this is why only you can save you. I can only show you the door. Even Jesus told you the same thing. He already died for you. Do you know what you need to do? Accept him. So it all comes down to you. Why? Because you are the way. That's why it doesn't matter who you believe in, who you don't believe in. Just know whoever you choose to believe in starts from you, and then now, whatever you choose to believe in, then you're going to react like that. That's going to be your reality. Because your reality starts within. And it's being manifested in our lives. This is why now, you know, when you have motherfuckers who's telling you about how to manifest, you know, they talking all that shit. Yo, the worst, they selling you the shit like it's a fucking, it's like a 3-minute. In fact, yeah, I was listening to some shit, some 3-minute shifting your reality shit. The same as the McDonald's shit. Niggas, that shit does not exist. Just like it is inorganic, like the meat you get in McDonald's is not a real meat, man. That's why you're able to get it that way. That shit does not exist in nature. There's no shortcut. That dopamine shit, man, listen, man. You know, this is another falsehood that we are adopting into our reality. And then you wonder why you're being insane. Because you have an insane mentality. That shit does not even exist in nature. You think you're gonna get a burger for $1, nigga? Come on, man. What kind of overhead is that? What kind of meat is that? You think it's a coincidence, bro? See, that's why a lot of you motherfuckers, man, like, you will never succeed. Because it takes blood, it takes time, man. And even in nature show you that. When you plant a seed, you gotta water it. This is where your affirmation comes in. This is why they tell you all you need is a faith the size of a small grain. Because ultimately, this is not about faith. This is about you knowing the truth. Now, you use the faith, until you get to know. And your purpose is to become that, to know. That's why for you to change, like I always tell you guys, you don't have a manifestation problem. You are already manifesting. How do you know? Well, you already know how fucked up your life is, nigga. I mean, your life wasn't that much because you were thinking positively, bitch. What the fuck? That's why now you're trying to change your mentality. You were already insane, then you had a fucking insane reality. And then you want to just get up one day and change that? No, motherfucker. It doesn't work out that way. No, bitch. It doesn't work out that way. This is an illusion. It doesn't work out that way. This is where now you're going to have to plant new seed now. Because the universe is reflecting you. That's why the universe don't listen to what you say. It follows your frequency. Like I tell you guys, man, it's like, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck are you asking for love and then you're not open to be vulnerable? What kind of love are you going to get? What the fuck is this? How are you going to find love without intimacy, bro? Come on, man. Vulnerability. And as you doing that, you building that bond with that person. You guys are truly loving each other. That's when it becomes, it's that fire that consumes itself. That's why love is synonymous with that fire. And it's also show that it's selfless, because fire takes the form of anything that is burning. Anything that fire burns become fire. That's why with love, man, to the pure all is pure. Do you get it? You got to listen to the fucking ancestors, man. Because ultimately, what those different source of fucking knowledge are, this are the manuals that our ancestors left us. Then now you have ascending masters such as myself and others that came before me, such as the Dr. Lila Africas, the motherfucking Bobby Hammets, the other niggas, all of them, the Sifri Manels, you know what I'm saying? Big up that nigga. You know, the Brother Panics and all those other motherfuckers, right? You know, who came through, you know what I'm saying, to remind you. That's why the term reminding now is making sense. Because you're already that. That's why you need to take accountability to change things around. It's a process. First, you have to acknowledge the current pattern. You put a hold to it. Then now you're going to have to rehash the whole soil now, baby. That's why you cannot put new wine into an old fucking bottle of wine. That's why you truly had to let go. Your past, everything you ever known, what you thought reality was, your understanding of that, now you are you are the architect of a new fucking entity. I.e., now you are being born again. This is the activation at this point. This is now when the Christ comes in. That higher level of consciousness. This is now you acknowledging the spirit in you. Then you become spiritual. Then now you understand the power of meditation, the power of nature, because now you now using them as tools for you to elevate the God within. Then now you understand your relationship with nature. Oh, this is some godly shit. And that's why you gotta be, the words, it's gotta be made flesh. That's when now you gotta forget, the things like good or bad. That's why I tell you guys, you gotta learn the laws. That's where the Kabbalah is very handy. Because it gives you the keys to open up certain doors. You want love, you gotta love yourself. And you got to learn how to love with a broken heart. That's letting go the past. That's all of that shit without, you repressing your heart being broken. That's what it means to love with your broken heart. Yes, it was broken, but I'm still open for love. I'm still open for business. You're not giving up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no bitches over here. You know what I'm saying? You become stronger. Now you're making yourself even better for love. That's what you do. And now you're doing that, then you get to learn. You got to learn your values, bitch. Your own fucking values. And then you start doing that. So now you understand, listen, man, I'm so much ready for love. Nigga, you can't buy me with money, nigga. I became that philosopher's stone, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why this shit's only for the pure heart. Only the pure heart's gonna get this. Your heart would have to be as light as a feather, man. And this is me talking to my queen too. You know what's up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this for the camera, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You really gotta surrender to you to make this shit happen. I'm saying you stop playing with yourself too. I'm saying you're gonna have to step up to this, nigga. On all levels. Fuck, I know you know what I'm talking about. Cause I talk to you. I see you energetically. You know me physically though, energetically too. But anyway, this is a whole different conversation. Because we talk to the whole universe, man. I'm mirroring so many different aspects of me, but also that required for me to understand my reality started from within. Just like I was saying you motherfuckers before, like. Because we've been so much trained to look at reality from an external perspective. So we always look for the external first. Meaning now you only believe when you see. And that's the very definition of being hard-headed. Because it doesn't work that way. Learn the rules, man. If you're gonna play the game, you gotta learn the rules of the game. And this, I'm the player giving you the free games, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is where I come in now. Nigga, this is on the house. Listen, this is appreciated. This is from the bottom of, you know, like, I'm always gonna give you the best of me, man. This shit, listen, man. I already got mine. I got mine. I just came here to share it with you, man. That's why this is a testimony to me. I'm testifying, baby. But anyway, man. Oh man, so much to talk about. Man, we're just gonna freestyle. Fuck this shit. You know, but I still need to center it back because we want to talk about how. But then again, you know, we've been trained to look at reality only from an external perspective. So then now you became hard-headed, worshiping idols. Your definition of God, the reason why you go to church, you know, niggas really, you know, they don't want to go to hell. Not because of how beneficial God is to them. They don't know the importance of God in their lives. No wonder why that's where they go to. Because where they go, it doesn't require for you to be activated. This is where all the other deads go, man. That's why you gotta let those dead bury the dead. I talk for you, or the one who always had that urge. And then in due time, nigga, like I always, like the Kabbalion says it too, man. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Then in the middle of nowhere, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Here I go, bitch. What's up, nigga? Now you ready. You know what I'm saying? Let's have this conversation. You know, that's how you get to sit among the elders, man. Respect. I mean, you're going to have to earn your stripes. So then again, you know, that's why the law of manifest, man, or law of manifestation. Y'all niggas are looking for an overnight shit. And the shit does not work that way at all. That's a fucking illusion. Yes, you do manifest because you mirror from inside out. But see, the thing is, when you're looking to change that, this is where now it requires you to change. Because you can't lie to yourself, man. And like you can, but that's exactly what this shit's gonna be, man. You see what I'm saying? Like a nigga who's trying to sound smart instead of being smart. Like when you're being smart, there's no need for you to sound smart, nigga. You're gonna sound smart regardless. You wouldn't have to use any big words, small words, none of that shit. Because if you are on my line, on my line, come on, man, on my line, I mean, if you hard-headed, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I mean, I let the dead bury the deads, baby. You know, that's how it goes. But anyway, again, law of manifestation real quick. You don't have a manifestation issue. Your reality's not gonna change. It's like you can't, you know, step. There's no half stepping. That's why you can't serve two gods, bro. None of us never will and never can. It will ever be. You can never serve to God. If you choose the true God in you, well, it would lead you to God. That's the way it goes. Or however the fuck you want to label it. All right now. Get down, Gary. Young and sound. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that bitch sounds good. Dope. Hey, listen, man. This kind of shit fulfills you on a whole other level, man. That's how you fuel you, baby. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because nature was always calling me, man. But yet, you know, I was always done my fucking meditation. I wasn't doing anything wrong until it was time for this. Because everything happens in times too. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why you are where you're supposed to be, man. And this is the truth. Like, once you tap into that side of you, man, like your reality, like I'm co-creating with the universe, man. Then now you understand truly. For me, I could see where the light is going through me, through my wounds, through my pain. The understanding, the growth, the adjusting of my inner vision. Man, you know, the aim and the target always, man, listen, man, I stay on it. I stay on it. I can flinch. None of that shit, nigga. I stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Because the minute you do anything, nigga, you see me? The second you do it, man, you gotta stay. I mean, listen, man, there's no half stepping. But then again, going back to the law of manifestation, man, they selling you this 3-minute shit. That's not the way it works. These niggas are telling you to actually, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't work that way. But for anybody who's going through it, that's why you'll see guys like Mike Tyson tells you, your rock bottom, it's not really your rock bottom. It's actually you going up. Shout out to that nigga, man. God damn, Mike, you was talking some shit. You know, because that rock bottom, this is you shedding off your, and this is the part also, now you get to experience what is called a spiritual identity crisis. Where you're going through so many different identity, which one is you? Then now you get to realize it's not for you to identify with any one of them, it's for you to embody all of them. And that's the idea of now you become the embodied one. That's how you master the men within. And that's how he surrendered to you. But you got to know the rules of the game. That's why you got to become Christ-like. In other words, that's why you need to wake up. But all of these things are processes. The same aspect of you becoming the true Christ, that's how you manifest. That is your manifestation process. Until you become that, that's how you change your reality. That's why they tell you, seek for the kingdom of God, and everything will be given. That's why you don't lower your taxes, baby. Listen, man, I'm that good old stock. You know, you heard? I'm that good old money. On all levels. Ancient spirit, that ancient money. Like, yo, I am a count, nigga. As it is up there, so it is in this world. I already know it. You're gonna find out. Oh, it's that way. Come on, man. That's why you gotta embrace that mystery side of you, man. That's why we became mystics. And that's that's the very definition of the word voodoo. It's that introspection into your inner self. The chi goes by so many different names. Your energy, whatever the fuck. Then now you really get to see this reality start. Your reality starts from within. So then again, you know, I sometimes, if this is your first time I talk about spirituality, I guess I could talk about it now. I mean, I was already talking about it. It's giving you a deeper understanding of who you are, regardless of where or what part of the world that you actually came from. That's why you'll see every religion, when they talk about God, is very similar. Every religion has a human-like God. In Christianity, Jesus, God, became Jesus. Or if you want to say he's the Son of God, then he became man. So then there's a human-like in everybody. If you're talking about Krishna, Buddha, I mean, all religion. In voodoo, we use all of that too. That's why art and God goes hand in hand. And that's why anybody who's into art, because I know for me, I got into that shit, man, through a friend of mine. Oh man, that's another, like, you know, when I go now, and you know, I'm making it part of my shit now, man. On fucking Fridays, Saturdays, man, you go check out an art gallery, not just for you to go for the art, experience it, man. What is it that the artist is saying? When you start doing that, and that's how you get to know different aspects of different artists, what makes them who they are. You know, that's why rich people buy beauty, bro. Do you understand that, man? Because beauty has to be cultivated, man. You gotta nourish yourself, man. If you're beautiful, to the pure, all is pure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta act like this bitch that you know I'm cute, like, and you always taking care of you, baby. Walk around with your mirror. That's what your Oshun now becomes. That's why Oshun is represented through that mirror. You can only see the beauty in you. That, what the fuck did they tell you? It's in the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So meaning, if you don't see beauty in you, how can you be beautiful? Never. Again, your reality starts within. So for you now to manifest, you know, the mirror has to adjust to the new you. This is your growth. This is your transformation as the mirror is transforming as well. Because the universe is reflecting you. That's how now you need to get to understand, as it is within, so it is without. And then now you get to understand. That's why when you're going through certain shit you haven't really grow, if it's in a fucking relationship shit, then you'll date people with different shapes and size, but in essence, it's the same bullshit. That's why you have to change your frequency. And if you understand that, that's why spirituality is a practical matter. Just as manifestation is. But now it requires you to really become what you want to manifest. That's why this shit is not about faking or pretending. You're going to have it within for you to pretend. And if you have it within, how can you pretend? It'll just be that then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, that bitch is getting down. You know what I'm saying? With that good old motherfucking country sound and shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Get down, man. That's the spirit. Cause you know me, man. That, you know, I nourish from all that shit. I embody all of it. You know, and I know how to, you know, add that Haitian thing to it to spice it up a bit. You feel me? Oh man, I'm such a bad motherfucker, yo. Man, listen, man, that's how beautiful I am, nigga. I'm such a bad motherfucker. Hey, man, I pay the cost to be the boss, man. You gotta have to be that for you. I mean, to do is to be, man. When they telling you you gotta want success, like that's what that shit is. It's not pretending to be that shit. It's to do that shit. And then as you fell in, so what, nigga? You're learning. You don't fall to stay down. You fall to get up. That's how you build your muscles out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Then when you start to understand that, even your approach to life now is different. You're already looking at life from a whole other perspective. That's why pain now, you know, that becomes your dark side. Now you're in tune with your dark side. And that's what your dark side is. In the occult, I guess, when we talk about spirituality, those sacred texts, because ultimately, regardless of what those mythologies are about, it's a reflection of God and how you're gonna, and if you choose that, this is how your life will be manifested. Like when you understand the Jesus story, it's reflecting society as it was then, so it is now. As it is, well, not so it is now, as it was then, as is today. When Herod and fucking Pilate, you know what I'm saying, they killed Jesus, why? Just like the same. Your commissioner, your governor, you know what I'm saying, they need your vote. You know what that is? They gotta people please you. Your vote means, you know, I gotta please you somehow. Give you some sort of dopamine. I mean, technically they gotta fuck you over. You bending over so they can fuck you over. You know, how else would they have your fucking attention? The game is the game. I ain't mad at nobody, baby. I'm just telling you, hey man, to play the game. I mean, if you want to win. Oh, but you know, but again, you gotta be a winner for you to win. And a winner is a motherfucker that keep losing, but that kept on going. Les Brown says it best. You're going to fail into success. Not just failing in terms of slipping on it, but as you're making success, I mean, it's still not going to be perfect. There's still something you were still learning in that moment as the shit is taking place. So again, your reality is from within. You know, when you have guys like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because for me, that was the beginning of I guess of not necessarily my adulthood, but in terms of when I started to actualize or to activate my spirit. Because now I had two ways of looking at reality. So again, but people who only sees life from one perspective, the thing he was telling you about the Rich Dad and Poor Dad is pretty much a poor mentality versus a rich mentality. And what this guy did that was good in it, he gave it to you in story form that our ancestors understood. That's why we give you Horus and Osiris, nigga. In fact, we give it to you in a literature and such a class and sophisticated fucking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it speaks to your soul. We knew how to talk to you. That's why we had the Sphinx. Like, the use of idols, that's why I tell people, you misunderstanding what idol is. When you look at a Sphinx, the Sphinx itself is already saying a whole bunch of shit. It already elevate or is somehow resurrecting a little bit of understanding out of you. And depending on what level, on where you are consciously, you can look at it from different perspectives. You can look at it from a physical perspective. We are animal, and then we are, what makes us human being is that part of us, that higher self, the part of us that think, that has logic, that resonate and communicate, that develop, that create architecture, all of that shit around you. That's what makes you a god. That's what makes us a reflection of our society. The fuck? That's what's going on. That's what it is. So now, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah. So I was talking about, I don't remember, man. But going back to your reality start within. Oh man, and I was so in that frequency too. Man, that's how you know when once you get out of it, you just got out of it. You know, but you know, hey. Anyway, there's a whole lot more where that came from. You know, that's when you understand there's so many homes in God's kingdom, man. And it's, oh man, once you're in touch with that reality side of you, that's when you embrace all the gods. Truly, and that's how you become the illuminated one too. You see the connection in Buddha and Jesus and Horus. Like, damn, now this is also shifting you, and also you are expanding your reality too. Your connection to the universe. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about too, man. That activation. You gotta be activated, baby. The words gotta be made flesh. So again, even the idea of the human form, again, it's just so you have to, it means you have a direct relationship with it now. When you saw a Sphinx, it wasn't worshiping idol, man. It was something that it was saying in you that you know. That's why our ancestors, we understood those statues were tools that we use to develop our higher self, to help us to tap into other part of you, your God, your Godhead. That illuminated true aspect of you. Oh, the words got to be made flesh, man. As it is above, so it has, man, as it is above, so it is, so it's got to be over here, man. You know, I mean, I work for the Most High, man. What you see is what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it gets way better than this as this get better. In other words, you don't get any better than that neither, nigga. The fuck? You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Got me chopped up, man. Come on, man. Like, man, I hope this is breathing life into you, man. You know, to give you, to help you to see that, to develop that inner vision in you. So now when you read a Jesus parable, then you understand that it has to be applicable into your life. Your government, just like Pilate and Herod at that time, you know, they go with the popular vote, with the popular demand, bro. Isn't that why they tell you to vote? The most is going to be acknowledged. So who's going to say the most? Whoever's willing to do the most. So again, there's levels in it. But yet, it's true too. Do you see how, like, for me, it's all true? And I can see it on all levels too, man. That's another way of embodying things too. So as you're changing your reality, man, you're going to have to co-create with the universe. Because remember, your reality starts within, right? So you are reflecting. When you change, then your reality change. You can't fake change, nigga, and then you expect real change? How you going to fake change to expect real change? What the fuck shit is this? A fake change is going to be a fake change, man. If this is a mirror, that's why you can only lie to you, nobody else. And that's a side things to see too. That's a very sad thing to see. You lying to yourself. And then that's your demise too. That's your destruction. And that's what you see is taking place in reality. That's why these motherfuckers are insane. Because they don't worship the God within. This is a mental institution. That's what you see around you. Stupid, insane motherfuckers. And for you to become fully developed, now you need Jesus, nigga. Really? Really? For real, for real. For real, for real. And that's how Jesus saved you. Those are all energetic, esoteric type of shit. Those are knowledge that you have to materialize. That's why every God has a human form. Why? So you can relate to it. That's how Jesus fought the war for you. So you can relate to Jesus. If Jesus didn't come to earth, you wouldn't give a fuck about him. You wouldn't. So for Jesus to get your attention, Jesus got to be one of you. Then he was born just like you. But all of that is telling you, hey, motherfucker, it's you. That's why when you know you, he set you free. The minute you know your true essence, man, it's game over. The game is over. So if there's going to be any overnight, but it doesn't take place like that. Because you naturally have to grow. And as you're growing now, that's when people will tell you, when God is getting ready to bless you, and then that's when anybody who's going to go through a breakthrough, they understand that. That's why you'll see Stallone, all of these motherfuckers were poor, bro. At one point in their life. That was part of their transformation. That was them who decided to stood up for who they were. And then they willingly admit to pay for who they are through poverty. It's like you sacrifice yourself to your ultimate you. That's what I did for myself too. That is that sacrificial lamb, man. You're gonna have to become that. You understand what I'm saying? Man, that is such a, once you're experiencing that, man, it's insane, it's beautiful. The connection. Then now you understand Jesus that knew how he must shift his reality, because him being born again, when he becomes the Christ, that was when now, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole new life. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're becoming. As Christ did it, guess what, motherfucker? You got to do it too. And him doing it for you now, it's your guarantee that that's how he was like you. weak like you, just like, you know, those pastors will tell you. I get it. But they don't get it. That's why those were tools to us. That's why we gave it to you in a story, in a story form, which is the highest way to communicate to your higher self. We use symbology, the priesthood, which is the power of words. Check out my other channel, by the way, and it's called To Give is to Receive, where we talk about the power of words, man. Like, you know, we understand like a hammer shatters glasses, but it forges fucking steel, man. See, that same hammer don't respond to the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still over here, man. When I get hit by that iron, that fucking iron, you know what I'm saying? I get better. It's like, I know how to wipe that shit off me, man. Like it never happens. And at the same time, I shift, man. I'm a healer, nigga. That's why these stupid motherfuckers, man, they think I'm a healer, bitch. I had to heal myself, man. That's why I'm trying to let you, I'm giving you the codes, man. Which is the understanding, the wisdom part of it. This shit's got to be practical. This is not about for you to sound smart. You got to be smart. Then when you be that, it don't matter. You're going to be who you're going to sound, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be that anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know when a smart nigga's talking. I mean, the resonance in itself, man, will give you that feel, man. Oh, you'll know exactly what the fuck's taking place, man. Wisdom is wisdom regardless of where it comes from. You know, that's why, you know, when you speak from that authority, man, like you're speaking from that, that Christ consciousness shit. Listen, man, it hits differently. It hits differently, man. Because energetically, you have elevated too. Your whole vocabulary changed, man. You can't speak like you used to speak before, man. You see what I'm saying? Your manhood now is on a whole other level. You know, yet again, you're not repressing the other side of you, but it's like you're also acknowledging the fuck out of this new life too, man. The fuck? I mean, it's almost like, how do you deny the spiritual aspect of you, man? That's crazy. That's why you're so unbalanced. The purpose of you going to school is the understanding that you need more than dick and pussy in your life. Meaning you have to develop your understanding. That's why I always tell you guys, you know, which I don't think I talked about tonight, but in terms of being mentally balanced, you have to understand your culture. You have to understand the school system around you, your government. You got to understand institution, what it does. No institution is about change. That shit is non-existent. It's all about having a system. They survive based on a system. That's why when Obama was telling you about change, he was the only change, nigga. Not the system that was gonna change. It was him. He was talking about him. He's the change. That's what the fuck he was talking about. And he was indeed, and he is the change. Meaning, out of all those other white people, like, he was the only one that was not white. That's a change. That's something right there. That's a monkey wrench somewhere. It's out of the norm. You can look at it from different perspective. That's what this motherfucker was talking about. That was the only change he really was. And that change, he didn't lie about that one. I mean, not if you understand that's the only change he was about. And even the other one, he wasn't lying neither. Don't fucking matter. Reality start within, man. So now when you new motherfuckers now looking to manifest, what you're doing is now you want the new you want your reality to change faster than you need to change. Let me say that again. So now you want your reality to change faster than you needs to be changed. It doesn't work that way. It will change as much as you change. Not a fucking iota more, no less, nigga. That's why life, you're a reflection of life. You know what I'm saying? Life is what you make it, nigga. Rich dad or poor dad, which one is it, nigga? Which one do you want? Whichever one you choose, well, it comes with a set of actions. And that's why the nigga that was telling you to get out of that mind, we're trying to let you know what? Your mind's been conditioned to be as a worker. And that's what school do for you. And that's truly the system, that's what school does. So school hasn't been lying to you. It was just that you don't have the proper understanding of it. You're making it something else that it's not. When you look at all the signs, anything like the bell that's ringing. Did you know there was a nigga, was it Paliv? I can't recall, man. But a psychology nigga. Now, that's how you do when you train dogs, man. Man, when you think these niggas, you don't think they have a system for a reason? Their shit works, man. I mean, you don't think so? Come on, man. That shit works so much, you know the motherfuckers are lying. You're still accepting it. A lot of you will say, yeah, they're lying. All right. If that's the case, okay. Then what does that tell you about even the essence of that education that you're receiving now? It's bullshit. And it's also training you to go more from your external perspective. In other words, for you become even more lost because you don't understand that your reality starts within. That's why it's hard for you to manifest, motherfucker. That's the fucking shadow work you gotta do first. That's why you need to become mentally and emotionally balanced. There's no way you're gonna get into the kingdom of God without you changing, motherfucker. Those are the aspects of you that you truly gonna have to acknowledge for you to change. For you to activate who you are. For you to increase your frequency. That's why they tell you, as a man thinketh, so he becomes. I mean, if your life is already fucked up, it's like, that's because you're already fucked up, bro. I mean, you definitely gotta understand that first. You know, niggas don't get you to see that side because they're trying to tell you, they always tell you that you can change. Yes, you can, but you gotta look at it from both perspectives, man. Like, I mean, you're also dumb too. Because I guess, you know, the part of us that That's when you gotta embrace the dark side of you. You gotta embrace your ignorance too, bro. When you look at yourself from different perspective, then you got a broader perspective, man. And ironically, that is the secret to your beauty. That's truly your beauty, nigga. That's truly seeing or imperfectly seeing your perfection or perfectly seeing your imperfection. You pick, nigga. Because to the pure, all is pure. What are we talking about? You got to see it for yourself. Then again, I'm telling you, I experienced it. I still can't fucking explain it. And that's why I got it now. That's why there's a difference between playing the music and knowing the musical notes, man. You could know the musical notes all you want. But when you have to perform that, it's going to have to sound like that. And that's when we're talking about the activation. That's why you got to start, this is where you become the creative aspect of yourself. And you're doing this shit so delicately. Because I became the great fucking painter. I got to see my beauty, and now I'm expressing this shit on a whole other level, man. I'm at all right now. I'm totally in love. Nigga, I gave in. I surrendered to this nigga, man. I love this dude, man. Oh, I love him very much, man. And the more I love him, the more I realize too, man, why God loves him too. You know what I'm saying? Because God loves the divine qualities in God. That's why you were created at the image of God. You know what I'm saying? The word you speak is the word you eat. You gotta activate yourself, man. You are the way. What are you doing? You gotta become the one. Not the many, the one. And that's the idea of the one God. But not one God as if, no. Because all of them are, when you truly understand that, they're telling you what's taking place. Just like I was telling you guys about the two sides of the fucking Roman army, Pilate and Herod, when they were telling you that, they didn't get along. That's what the story was about. That is your Democrat and your Republican who does not get along. But they both act the same. And that's why, that's the image of those presidents being together. Do you get it? Listen, I'm giving you the mystery of some mysteries right now. I'm putting all the shit out. That is the meaning behind, giving you a perfect image of a government, nigga. They painting the picture for you. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you can only see that when you see you. And it don't matter. That's why for me, that don't matter, man. Because when I see me, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. I know what they know. You know. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I know what they know. You know what I'm saying? Man, we stay militant, man. I'm telling you, man. It's you gotta stay sharp out here, baby. Man, it's brutal. Yeah. Oh, you gotta stay active, man. But then again, all of that, there's no half stepping, baby. You truly have to embody the God spirit to the purest form and truly become the Christ that you're supposed to be, that you already are. Now you're radiating on God's level, godly. Such a beauty. This is when now, you know what I'm saying, when you see this, you know it's speaking for itself, man. This is the light that I stand for. This is that understanding, that energy, that energy. And that's that understanding that, you know, you can't fake the funk, man. Oh, you're gonna have to become the boss, man. So you gotta pay the cost, baby. I mean, you wanna look shredded, but you don't wanna put in the work? What's going on, handsome? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? To get what you want, nigga, is to pay that price, nigga. This is why you have to embrace pain. This is why pain or conflict could be your worst enemy, but your best teacher. This is why you have to transmute those pain now, you know, from a weekend perspective to you strengthen up from them by having a deeper understanding. By understanding that life is not happening to you, but for you. This is why now, at this point, that's when now those Tao niggas are telling you the act of doing without doing. You giving yourself to God, and then you let God be God. Oh yeah, that is such a thing. That is that ultimate level. Oh, that's definitely where I'm at with it. Oh yeah. This is when now less is a lot more. But this is not a shortcut though. This is a level of attainment. Or you're gonna have to earn this. Because it will, just like every knowledge, you have to wake up to it. It's already around you. It's one day the way it bites you. It's like, okay. You gotta wake up to it, baby. And what I just told you, man, it comes with years of mastery. It's simple, but not easy. And besides, there's nothing easy, nigga. That's why you gotta take that shit out of your vocabulary. It's all work, man. Either way, if you're not building positively, guess what? Not making a choice is making a choice. Man. You tell me, how about that? Yeah, it's that way, man. That's what I see. Every man for himself. That's why you the only way you can save you is you. Like for me as a spiritual healer, I'm just helping you to see you, man. That's why I'm giving you those signs. You know, the sight for you to see it in you, man. That's why the words got to be made flesh. That's what our ancestors were saying. You are Jesus. Or the purpose is for you to become that. And that's what it means that, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just to say Jesus wouldn't mean everything then. There's a reason why just to say Jesus doesn't mean nothing. Because it's not actualizing you. How do you actualizing something if you're not being that thing? You tell me. Well, that's the process of the alchemist. That's the alchemy's process. True change. You becoming the lotus. You becoming the Christ. You awakening. You choose. Tomatoes, tomatoes. When you have the true sight. Then now you see how all of them come together. For me, at least. Because I know there's certain things I like the Buddhist perspective. This other shit is voodoo perspective. Like, it talks to me like it's that part. Because again, one truth never hurt another truth. It add more to you. That's 2 guns you got now instead of 1 gun, nigga. 1 gun never hurt another gun, man. It's never too many, man. It's never too many guns, man, you can have, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, what the fuck else you want me to tell you? I ain't no gangster. Please don't shoot me. But goddamn, the truth is the truth, man. That's how I could speak to it from that perspective. And if that's what the game is, that's what it is. Because that's what this game is to me. I'm just on a higher perspective. In fact, that's why I'm calling these niggas bluff. Because they are copy, but not the original. This is the original. I'm calling these niggas bluff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're giving you bandages instead of, you know what I'm saying, the treatment that you need. Look first for the kingdom of God, man. Look to change. Look for change. Look to step into the unknown. With the known that you already got. Learn to be secure enough to be insecure. And then watch your insecurity now making you more secure. God damn, man. Yo, those are the things I've been in connection with. It's coming out of my mouth, right? Yeah, that part. Yeah, it's definitely that part. That's what we're doing. Man, listen, man. This shit, you gotta live it, man. See, then again, your reality starts within. So for you to see the change, that's why it's gonna take you to become the change first. And this is also why now you need a faith the size of a fucking small grain. This is where now you gotta understand, hey man, just because you change, that doesn't mean your reality is changing overnight. In fact, a lot of us who have changed, we know that. We know that after you change, it's almost like the universe is testing you now. What are you gonna do? And it's gonna put you in a situation to, are you gonna choose yourself, or you're gonna get back to that cycle? And if you have gone through that, then you understand true change takes you. For you to choose you. And this is where now, as you do so, this is what guys like Sylvester Stallone, niggas who left the country to fight Princess Ngannou, this nigga put his money on himself. That's what he wanted to do. He went and set out to do it. And then the experience, the journey, and everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being a storyteller, in fact, my story being the biggest story of all time. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna know it. I mean, that's why I tell them, man, they can't act it the way I perform it. They can't even act it the way I perform it. Oh, I'm dancing every day. I mean, it's like, oh man. It's also the beauty of that. It's like, even I'm conscious. It's like I'm dancing even with the unknowing side of me. And I'm seeing the universe that is sharing bit and pieces of information with me, depending on where I am. It's like I'm conscious of that transformation. So the co-creating aspect of it comes in, because as I'm transforming, it's almost like I'm creating my own, it's like I know now I'm the one creating my reality. You see? But I had to become that though. Oh, you gotta become that. All of that. The illuminated one, the bright one, the embodied one. But you have to embrace both sides of you. You can only go as far as you're willing to go far. How far do you want to go? That's how far you're going to get. You're going to get as far as you want to go. Period, bro. That's for everybody. That's the same reality for me. It's the same reality for you. That's everybody's reality. That's why mine's going to be different from yours, because I'm shit, nigga. I sacrificed my whole self to bring you this message. My life was dedicated to you. I fought for you. So now I could give you this wisdom. Now for you to see it in you, and now you conquer it. You gotta activate it. The purpose of Christ talking to you, it's for you to be Christ-like. You have to manifest that. That's why he tells you, you will even do more than me. Because now the more you know, the more you're gonna do. But ultimately, it is you doing it. You are the way. That's what this shit is talking about. You see, that's the inner vision you need to develop. Then now you're making sense of the Bible. The Bible's not making sense of you now. Then now you understand your Bible is your tool now to elevate the God in you, for you to play the song. Those are the notes. You got to breathe life into it. That's why you need to actually decipher the shit. So as you're increasing the Christ in you, what you mean is, now it should be like when you read that, this is what it means now. Depending on where you at with it. Because you have awakened that side of you. That's why you can identify your story to certain biblical shit. Like my life, I can identify with a Job story. Where I was sold by my own family members, or who claim to be families. They sold me, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, whichever one you choose. But I went within. Hey, we always chose God. That's why when you go within, now, that's when people will tell you now, when God is about to make something big happen in your life, that's when your life starts to crumble. That's why you have to learn pain. You got to understand pain. In other words, you got to let go your old you. Meaning now you got to let go this reality and start the new life. That's why you nourish yourself. That's why you got to know how to use your affirmation. You are your affirmation. Now, when you're saying that to you, the word you speak is the word you eat. This is not no bullshit. This is some frequency shit. As you already know who you are, now you are saying who you are. Now you're manifesting that deity or that God in you. Now you're speaking in codes, you're speaking in tongues, or you're speaking God language. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. So then your reality is going to have to crumble, man. You know, the mirror now is still with you. That's why you need to have a little faith. And you're going to change before your reality change. That's how it goes. Because now you're creating a new reality. The window, before it mirrors you, it has to adjust. That's the adjustment. That's the time. For some of us, most of us, you have that isolation time now. 50 Cent had it. You know, you still have, you know, there's a time where you gotta go, like, you know what I'm saying, the Fugees had it. A lot of niggas had it before, you know what I'm saying, they had the big break. They had to have that deal when they think nothing was gonna work. And then out in the middle of nowhere, there it is. You know, you can't manifest love thinking, okay, yes, you're just now learning how to love yourself. Now the universe is going to give you tests now. But all those tests are not really tests. What they're really doing is improving you to become more of who you are. That's why they tell you, be careful of what you ask for, because it will happen. And that shit happens to me. I know exactly what I'm talking about. As my frequency was changing and I said some shit, oh man, guess what, man? I'm getting exactly what I said. Man, there are times I kind of wish I should have took it back. Like, oh man, I was going too fast, but no. You know, but those are the insecurities too I had to face. I had to acknowledge all of these things. And then they'll be like, oh no, this was needed. Because that's what it needed for growth to take place. It gave birth to a new me. How can I deny that? It has to be embraced and praised. This is when now you start looking at your flaws from a whole different perspective. And now you're looking at this reality too from a whole different perspective. It's like if you didn't have that trust in you, now you have it 10 times more. You gotta have it. It's gotta work that way. And then now it's gonna start opening up ways for you. That's why you have to understand the process. And you cannot look at what's taking place around you. Do you understand? I'm giving you the science. Because that's what's taking place. Because you're making room. It's almost like you calling that new earth and heaven, like it's gonna, before it to manifest, it's coming through, bro. It's going through it. I mean, this is the process. That's why when Mike Tyson told you, I mean, your rock bottom, it's not your rock bottom, it's you going up. That was fire. He said that from a place of wisdom. That was wisdom. When I heard it, I know it. He was telling that from a man who see it, who've been through it, and knew what it was. And that, not a coincidence that he became the man that he is. Do you see what's going on? That's when now you become positive. That's what self-love is about. When you're healing yourself, that's what loving yourself is all about. That's why you got to heal the wounded child in you. You got to forgive yourself for dumb shit, bro. You have to embrace both your perfection and your imperfection. That's how you see beauty in you, nigga. And when you see beauty in you, the so-called, other part won't even matter. Because you know yourself too much now for anything else to matter. Come on, man. I'm testifying today, man. Must be. This is testimony day for me. Shit. Come on, man. Man. This is a process, bro. And that's why they tell you the road is the reward. That's why you got to change your mentality. There's nothing on top of the mountain, bro. The way to get there, though, is everything. Be wise, man. Come on, man, be wise. That's why would you want to sound smart, nigga? That's not even smart in itself. That's dummy to sound smart, man. Alone. You want to be smart, nigga. Then it don't matter. Trust me. Because when you talking that talk, people will recognize it. Because then at that point, you resonate with niggas. That's that God frequency. Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. Come on, man. 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 Yeah, this journey's a motherfucker, bro. The ups, the down, the journey in itself, the growth. That's what the shit is all about. That's why you gotta learn how to take the shit. You're gonna have to take that shit in your chin, bro. You gotta learn how to take it in. That's why you can't suppress it. That's why life, it's all about, you gotta let life fuck you up, man. That's how you grow. Anybody who grew from life, that means life fuck you up, nigga. Somehow. And then you learn how to have that wisdom now to cope with life. And when you do now, nigga, listen, man, you make everything look pretty, handsome. To the pure, all is pure, you hear me? That's what that shit is to me, man. I mean, I'm building this shit. You can't tell me nothing. Nigga, I'm gonna give it like the finest touch, you hear me? I'm the artist? Man, I'm giving it the finest touch, you hear me? You got me fucked up. Man, shit. Come on, man. That's why I don't even understand. Like, why would a nigga fake spirituality, man? Like, how do niggas fake to talk about spirituality, bro? How do you be a faker and talk about spirituality? Like, I mean, I get it. That's the shit people want to hear. It sound good. Again, man, niggas are looking for your vote, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for your votes, bro. Literally, that's what everybody wants, your vote. Hey, man, I'm saying, man, I just put mine on me, man. And man, it grows a certain way. Oh, man, it grows in multitude of ways. And that's, in fact, I really get to see, man, the true me. Man, listen, man, there's nothing like it. That shit is so dope. You gotta see it for yourself. I'm just giving you some symptoms. Hey man, you're gonna have to see it for yourself, man. But somehow when we all been there, we know it. Oh yes, I stood in front of them too, man. Oh, I took my blessing, man. Come on, man. I had to be initiated too, man. I had to, listen, we all had to pay our price, man. And when my story comes to, like, listen, man, that's why I tell you niggas, there's no shortcut, man. You gotta pay your dues. You gotta grow one way or another. You're gonna have to be betrayed. These things have to take place. You need adversity, man. And you gotta learn how to embrace it. Now, when you're doing that, then now there's no pain. Because now you become emotionally intelligent about the shit. Now you're using it in ways that's building you up. And that's your finest touch. I'm giving you clues, man. I'm giving you tips. It's on the house. I'm feeling that way, man. To the pure, all is pure, man. I'm giving you that good old stock, man. You hear me? We ancient money, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're crazy money, man. You tell them that. You can never stop the shine, baby. Now I get it when them niggas be talking about money and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say by that is the energy that it comes with. And when you that, man. When you have a frequency of abundance in you, man, those are DNA activated, man. You got to have it in you. As a Christ energy, the minute I touched earth, man, I knew I landed on my feet. You heard me? I did everything I was supposed to. I put the pain in. I had to fight all my fights, man. I had to take accountability too. That's how you grow. You got to put the work in. And that's how your transformation is taking place. Then now you're understanding how the law of correspondence, as it is within, so it is without. But I'm trying to tell you that your reality starts within. So the mirror, you got to understand how the mirror works. That's why it's you. You have a lot in. When you're going inside, you're making your wish, it's you. That's why you got to be free. That's why when you know the truth, it's you, then you become you. That's how you're being free of all this shit. And being you is magical, man. You become that mystique. Because being you, man, you are the son of the universe. What do you expect? How do you think your reality was gonna be, man? In fact, you become the gods walking amongst men. Your own sight gonna have to change down here, man. And that's what you saw with all the great men, who became that, who understood that about them. That's why you have a lot of crises. You understand, the crisis has been all around us. It's you, man. You gotta play the song. The Bible is just as musical notes. Until you playing the song, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing shit, bro. And there's a big difference, and this is what your Bible is telling you. That's why you gotta live the shit. Only then the Bible will start making sense to you. But not just the Bible, but you would have a deeper understanding of those other esoteric knowledge too. Because then you would know you. And ultimately, all of those sacred schools, they're giving you an occult understanding. They're giving you a deeper understanding of who you are. That's what the mystics or to delve into the art of the darkness comes to light. They understood the godhood in them, the genius in you. You have to acknowledge that, man. That is your spirit. And the more you acknowledge that, the more you're going to shine. That's how it works. And that's how God helps you to become the better version of you. That's why you need God, and God needs you. It don't matter what fucking religion. But it also matters in terms of if you're looking to develop, of course, a greater understanding would, that's why it doesn't matter. Because you embrace all of them. For me, I embrace all of them. Sufism, Gnosticism, I embrace all of them. One truth never hurt another truth, bro. But now when you're telling me your truth is the only truth, obviously, your truth is questionable. That's why Christianity truth is questionable. It's no truth. That's why it has a fucking agenda. To get you to think a certain way. Instead of you knowing who you are, really to have that direct experience. That's why your fucking colonizers used it. Do you get it? That's why it is such a weapon that is whooping your ass until now. And even now. You know, I've listened to so many different reviews from sinners. I heard church people, man, that was saying how demonic the fucking movie was. Do you see what I'm saying? And they're all right. Because that's what their Bible tells them that is diabolical. They're all right. They're not lying. They can only see based on their level of understanding. Now that is their level of understanding. Now you may have a little better. You can see things from a better perspective. But you guys, both of you guys are right. You see, that's why when you become the Christ, you having a higher set of consciousness, you can see it from different angles. They both right. And of course, if I talk about my metaphysics shit and explain to you why this is not diabolical, just like you're saying it, I'm still gonna be right too. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why you need to be aware of how your mind is being shaped. That's why you have to understand the psychological, the political aspect of religion. If you don't understand it, how do you have a higher thinking than it? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be just a representation of that. Or for you to be different, you got to think higherly or differently. That's what we're saying too. You can't fake the funk, man. That's why true change, if you're going to change, that's what change is, bro. You can change and be the same. The change in itself, it's the change, bro. How do you change and fucking be the same? It wouldn't be changing. And that's the part now that you would have to become more accustomed to. That's why you got to love you more than your reality. And that's what you got to understand. That mirror, before you start to reflect it, It's gonna take a minute, bro. Oh man, life's gonna take you, man. It's gonna take you the distance. Anybody who ever went through it, they'll tell you the same. That's why they tell you what, nigga, don't give up. That's how they tell you, motherfucker, don't give up. Whatever the fuck you do, nigga, you're gonna get knocked off, nigga, don't give up. Pull yourself back up, man. That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's when you become Rocky now, man. You keep getting knocked down, but you're getting up. And that's how you become stronger, bro. That's how you earn your stripes. That's how you're going to have to start processing your pain from a different perspective for you to grow. And having that new sight now, that's what that entails too. Ultimately, you have to transform pain to making it love now. Yeah, but I got the lesson. This is when now the lesson becomes greater than the pain. And when you see love in it, you become that flame. And like a flame, whatever it comes in contact with became that flame. That's why love is selfless, man. You gotta find, for you to fall in love with a bitch, that bitch gotta believe in love to herself. And then both of you motherfuckers will believe in loving for yourself. And then that bitch believe in love yourself. And then that's how both of you fall in love, man. But if that bitch looking at love on the sideways and shit, nigga, or either you, then that's what you see in your fucking connections. You know what I'm saying? You're not in alignment with you and you're expecting alignment, man. That's not the way it works. That's why sometimes it's good to understand the science of not sometimes, you got to understand the science of ignorance. Learn how to blame yourself without blaming yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, learn how to see your fault so you could make it better, not to look down on you. That's how you change your flaws into something greater. But that requires for you to love yourself more, man. And turns, or again, you're going to have to believe in yourself before your reality change. You got to become the Book of Eli. You got to become that guy. You're walking by faith or by knowing. I like it better by knowing. And that's why I love that idea, because he was the blind man reading the scripture. And the book, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he was totally blinded, because he saw what he needed to see and he was moving based on that vision. That was his vision. The connection of the blind man reading the scripture, man, we go without intuition. That's our vision. Man, that's where the magic is. That's what makes us magical too. And then when you understand that, then you add other stuff to it. Man, if you know, you know. Now you become the true fucking magician. But you have to embrace you, man. You gotta embrace yourself, baby. You have to embrace yourself. Man. Almost 2 hours, man. I'm definitely on one today. But again, your reality starts within. When you understand that, then you can endure everything else. So when you know that, for instance, that's why anybody, before your external change, you have to change first. And you changing, you're going to go through more and more fucking, not delays, you could say delays too, but more tests, more ways that you're going to have to improve yourself, more ways for you to really letting that shit go. That's your purification process. That's doing your shadow work now to a point where just like I was telling you, you learn to find that flaw and then treat it with love. But that comes in with, over time, as you sharpen up your vision, as you're making more connection with you, and as you're developing your self-love too. Like for me, like that's why I'm so in love. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so in love, man. It's like, you can't tell me nothing. And that's the true meaning of, transmuting your flaws into your that's how you do it. But that again, those are those are practical shit. That's why spirituality has nothing to do with, let's just say, something that's outside of you. Nah, man, that's you, baby. That's you going inside of you. And then now as you're going inside of you, then you like, what the fuck? Who am I? And then now you being part of that mystery now. And as life unfolds, you are unfolding it at the same time. I mean, you became that, the lotus, or that Buddha, that light, or you shining, you know what I'm saying, embodying, and you, oh man, that development is speaking for itself. It has to be experienced. You becoming the shiny one. I mean, it entails meaning that you would have to be illuminated yourself. You find that light within, so it shines out. And it's gonna take a minute, man. It's gonna take a minute. That's why you gotta understand, when you change, you gotta accept shit's not gonna change overnight, nigga. There's still other layers of you. That's the waiting process. That's when now you go deeper. That's when that spiritual identity crisis comes in. This is what they call the dark night of the soul. You unshedding yourself even more. Your frequency now, come on, man. And that's when you come out of it now, there's no way but up for you. Now you find your values, your treasure. Then you start valuing yourself. Oh my God. And what's your reality start shifting. Not in a way, not because you weren't valuing yourself before, but now it's being manifested on a whole different, but that was a part of growth too. That part of your activation, it comes with time. Sometimes some of us, that's why in Haiti, we have something called laver-tête, when you wash your hands, helping you now to wake up a little bit faster. That's when now your rites of passage, you know what I'm saying, and other things or experiences or some shocking moment you had to go through that would resurrect that side of you, like whatever it takes, or however it has to take place, what takes place. Then you're gonna have to awaken to that side of you too. That's gonna be another process. That's the awakening part. That's the awareness, man. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking awareness part of it, man. It doesn't stop. Doesn't stop, baby. This is you getting deeper. This is how you're getting lighter. Your frequency is increased. It's being, it's like, oh man, you're becoming that quiet storm, man. Oh, trust me. It's like, I could feel like, I'm not sure if you, man, I'm so in tune with this shit as I'm talking to you. It's like I'm talking to you, but I'm also channeling, and I'm also like, there's a connection with nature and myself as I'm talking to you. It's like, it's so layered. That is such a fucking experience, bro. So layered. But so, again, you have to experience it. You know, and you got to have that experience as a whole. You got to have the whole picture. You got to have it as a whole. I mean, obviously, it would add more to your experience. You know, and if you're saying, that's why, man, like, it doesn't make sense for you not to live your life to your best, man. You don't do it, you're going to die. You do it, you're going to die. You might as well live your best, man. That's why it makes sense. Either way, your purpose is for you to be better, a better version. You see what I'm saying? Either way, bro. Either way. Either way. And guess who comes? You are that sacrificial lamb. It's you. And that's how you build that fucking relationship. And meditation is strengthening like your frequency field now. You're becoming more in tune. Open up your third eye, you become more receptive to downloads or to intelligence. As you expand your consciousness, it's like a light bulb, right? Like there's the light within that's illuminating the light bulb is the same light that's illuminating the outside of it. In that sense. That's what you do when you become the one, or when you embodied yourself. The words got to be made flesh, man. You got to become the Christ. There's no other way. Even an actor who's playing a fucking character has to become that character. There's no way you're going to become Christ without Christ, bro. That's why it tells you, man, you're going to have to eat his body, his flesh, whatever the fuck. Again, big alert not to take it literally. But the dumb ones will take it literally. The wise ones would understand, oh no, okay, this is esoteric knowledge. That's why there's a Jesus in every story. The Hindu Jesus, that's a Jesus. The Sufis, as those fucking, they have a Jesus too. Zeus, those are all Jesuses. See, you the guys, you the one worshiping idol. You worshiping the form instead of having the understanding. That's why you use God, not for you to go within, not for you to change. You use God for material shit. And then you don't understand now, when our ancestors, we use tools to elevate the God in you. Those are two different languages, bro. We knew how to talk to that higher self of ours. Oh, that's genius. Oh, these niggas were painters, man, like at finest too. The finest ones, at best. That's why you gotta learn about the Kabbalion, man. Oh, these niggas, you know, even when I got into gold, why they used to wear gold. None of that shit was just, you know what I'm saying, like, these niggas didn't, in Haiti we have the saying, like, you wouldn't, I can't recall, but technically what the shit is saying is, it's like, I mean, you don't buy certain clothes just because of the name if it doesn't fit you. Because regardless of what a name brand may be, if it doesn't fit you, it's not your size, it doesn't matter, man. If it's not your size, it don't matter. And you can't be mad too if it's not your size. Because if it's not your size, it's not your size. Oh shit. Nigga. It is what it is. The beauty, man. Opposite meets. You know, security and secure goes hand in hand. They both sides of love, man. Two sides of the different coin. Two sides of the same coin. When you start to understand or having that mental understanding of yourself, then you see it in nature. And then you understand now you are painting your own picture. But it's gonna take time, man, before you start mirroring that shit, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fall twice. Ultimately, you're gonna have to learn how to successfully pull it out. That's how you pull the genius. That's the genie out of that bottle. That's the meaning of sharpen up your craft. You know, the Iron Man was, do you know the Iron Man was not even about the iron, bro? It was about self-mastery, nigga. A great artist knows how to pull that shit out of them. Successfully, man. And that's what you're doing, you know, by delving more into yourself. You know what I'm saying? You like this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You sculpting your body. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to know who you are. And that's what's going to set you free. You know, then now when you understand now your reality start within, bro. That's how you weather the storm. You weather the storm. In the middle of the chaos, you have faith. You know there's transformation taking place. It's not the end of the world. Because when you're going to go through that transformation, the universe got to remove shit. That's why anybody, before they become successful, they go through a period of lack, for lack of a better term. That is that lack that's gonna lead you. That's why a nigga was poor before a nigga became rich. Or at some point, as a nigga, before he becomes rich, he became poor. There's a mutual relationship. That's how you got to deal with your insecurities. That's how you're changing your reality. And this is your reality changing too. And that's why now, you know, you weather the storm. You know what's going on, man. You can't be a man of little faith, man. That's why your faith has got to get to a level of you knowing now. Because the faith is only telling you, hey, man, there's something going on that you don't see. Trust in it. Just like when you plant a seed, bro. When you plant a seed, that's why when you don't see it, you got to act like it's there. Not acting like you're faking. You know what I'm saying? Because you really, it's like you got to believe in your manifestation 10 times before your shit happens, bro. That's why niggas would tell you, man, come on, man, if I don't believe in me, how would others people would believe in me? And the longer you wait or the faster you love, the more you love you, and you see how it represents, it's manifesting around you, bro. The more you love you, the more value you have, the stronger your boundaries gonna be, the less bullshit you're gonna be involved in. But yet, it's like, you're personal, but at the same time, you're a popular loner. You inclusive and exclusive at the same time. And yet you enjoy both of them. It's like you really become the perfect man. the perfect one. And that's what about being perfect like God it's all about. Nature, the same nature that gives those organic shit that would heal your body, that do all that shit, nature also have poison, bro. I mean, you have to admit and embrace both the good and the bad in life, bro. Because when you look all around you, the positivity and negative, they go hand in hand. And for you to grow, you need some negativity. I mean, a positive nigga, you also need to be negative. And a negative nigga, I mean, shit. That's why they be acting like the positive, but they're really negative and shit. So I'm saying in so many ways, they know they need that. They acting like it instead of being it. It's just insane. You know, they're the one taking themselves down. Unbelievable. I mean, it's blasphemy too. It's laughable. Like it's ridiculous, to be honest. But then again, you know, when you know that truth, man, that's when now, I mean, again, man, like as you change, your reality is not gonna automatically change. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. You know, there's gonna be more tests that you're gonna have to go through. Deeper, I mean, I wish that shit was easy, bro. That's why I tell you guys the spiritual growth, that shit it's not for the weak, bro. You really build character. You really gotta choose you. You gotta be the devoted one. It is what it is. There's no halfway, man. There's just none of that. You can't change your reality if you don't change. And if you change, then you try to go back to the old reality, then you're gonna see what the fuck happened. That's the conversation that rap niggas be having now, man. Should you go back to the hood? And all that shit. It is what it is. Damn, man, I had to let one loose out. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Man. So, yeah, man. Shit, nigga. I'm gonna have some shrimp chowder soup, man. I'm gonna fuck that shit up, my nigga. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, what I was talking about, man, it's... Once you know your reality stuff within, man, and then you just follow along with the Bible story. But look at it from a perspective on how it's being practical into your life. That's how you're breathing life into the words. You're giving it meaning. And that's what this is showing you. We're showing you the path of Christ. When you follow yourself, man, you're not for neither Herod or Pilate, bro. Because now you have a higher purpose, which is your higher self. That's what this shit is about. That's why when I tell you guys, you know, even when I'm giving you, even when I talk about the government or certain shit, whatever the fuck, even just talking about the fucking institution, it's for you to acknowledge it so you become better. This is not about black power. It's none of that shit, bro. If you're stuck on that, man, there's a higher level here. There's a higher level, bro. Now, I'm not saying that's not taking place. I'm just saying there's a higher level. And if you're not on that higher level, I mean, that's what it's gonna be. But if that's where you at with it, that's where you at with it. More power, man. It's all love. And you're still not wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I know the truth, man. I know me. I know how I work. Again, your reality starts within. Like the man that knows that he can't do it, you're going to find a million reasons why you can't do it. Your mind will give you all of those answers too, before you know it. Man, you have excuses. Up the wazoo, nigga. So either way you right. But you at the same time you're wrong because you only see it from a one-sided perspective. And that's the difference between looking at it from a positive perspective. Like you look at it from both perspectives instead of looking at it from one side. That's what positivity is, man. You have a positive outlook on the bad shit that fucking happened to you. It's not that you always fucking happy with life fucking, I guess, life answers or whatever the fuck you're going through. It's not that, man. It's how you making that make sense to you. How are you making it work for you? And life is going to teach you that anyway. But as you're painting your picture too, what kind of story are you trying to paint for yourself? Hey man, you're going to have to find your beauty. Hey man, that part is on you. Me, I'm going with the finest one, baby. Shit, you can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many beautiful things that you can be, man. Like, man, that's why knowing the truth is gonna set you free. That's why it don't matter, man. None of that shit. I got my treasure, bro. My life went from negative to positive, nigga. I'm good. I'm really good. I mean, I truly got to understand, yo, the journey is the reward. Man, I'm embodying that. I also had to learn how to transmute those pain as well by truly surrendering myself. Like, what are you not happy about, buddy? I mean, you have the right not to be happy. What is it that you're not happy about? Let's talk about it. Oh, so it's that part. Oh, okay. I mean, shit, nigga. It's a valid point. You know? So now you have more perspective now. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because everybody gonna have to have a say. And then you make everybody make sense. That's truly what being enlightened is all about, bro. Then you make everybody make sense now. Everybody comes together. Your flaws, your imperfection with your perfection, all of it, just like I was saying. Your insecurity makes you more secure. You're also secure enough to, to be insecure. Like, it's crazy. That's why you understand the road is the reward. Then when you truly know that, now you really start to embrace those pain. Now you really burn those regrets or those little bit of disappointments that you had. You really set them on fire with love. The ultimate love now. And guess what? You start looking at your life from a whole different perspective too. Because now for that to happen, for you to be on that level, then now you're going to have to start looking at, let's just say, you were not raised with a fucking dad. Then you're going to have to see the beauty in that too. Because all of that contributed to you. And that's what the shadow work is all about. So as you're painting your picture, I mean, you're going to have to give it your own flavor. And your flavor's got to be top notch. Because to the pure, all is pure. You got to recognize beauty to buy beauty, man. And beauty, gives you more beauty. It's always the fucking conceited bitch, the bitch who knew that she was hot, who always take care of herself, man. That's how it goes. It was always that little hottie that thought she was the shit that always did that shit. Which was, let me make sure before I go outside, because they thought they were that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes, man. The word you speak or the word you eat. That's why when you understand that, then you also understand that you act like your God, then you understand, man, you got to choose your God wisely. You got to choose your God wisely. because it's reflecting your reality. You know, the conversation becomes different at this point. You know, that's when you become, you know, you got to learn to master the self, man. That's when self-mastery comes in. And then you're just going to have to go through it yourself, man. Then you'll get to see the beauty out of that too. You know? Man, the path is just, the experience is the fucking reward. And those are all different portals too that you're also going through. And to each one of those portals, Anubis is always there. Because you got to weigh your heart. That's why you're going through your shit. This is your heart getting lighter. That's why you have to embrace your fucking conflict, man. When life hits you, man, nigga, you say, what's up, nigga? Come here, nigga. Are you welcome over here, nigga? Ain't nobody's afraid, nigga. Bring it on. You gotta take it that way. You gotta take it on the chin, nigga. Yes, sir. Listen, man. You gotta get right back up, baby. You gotta get right back up, man. That's how you win, man. That's the only secret, nigga. Keep getting up, nigga. You keep getting up, man. Now you fell in love with the process of keeping up, of waking up. Then you keeping up. I mean, shit, you understand. Then now you become the work itself, man. Like I tell them, you can't act it the way I perform it. Because this whole performance here, it's, oh man, it's galactic. I'm orbiting like as the universe, like as I'm talking to you, man. Shit, I'm sitting in the clouds, nigga. I don't think you understand what's taking place, man. Shit is magical, nigga. Damn. So, man, I guess we talked about so many different things, man. But, I'm going to have to let you guys know what time it. Oh, man, 2 hours. But, oh, man, it was so much. You know, a couple of things, too. I was, you know, in pockets. You know, oh, man. The channeling level, it's something else, too, man. It's beautiful, man. You know, and that's why I tell niggas, man, I stay in that meditative state, man. We stay connected. You know, and then you understand, oh, man. And then that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, everything makes sense. You gotta know your good and your bad. And that shit is all good, bro. It's all good because you know you're good and you're bad. But if you know either side and then you refuse to acknowledge both of them, man, it's self-destruction, man. That's how it goes. Man, that's funky right there. Man, you can't fake the funk, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's some bad shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, golly. Okay, got some loving couple right behind me. That's dope, that's dope, that's dope. Alright, so let me see what else I need to talk about here, man, before I let you guys go, man. Yo, I'm loving this shit so much, too, man. It's like, man, because I really got to reveal a whole lot, too, man. Because the words got to be made flesh. You know, we're giving that sight also by making sure that you get to see the things that I'm seeing that I'm talking about between the lines. Those are the things I'm helping you to acknowledge, and that's the light that I'm giving you. You know, that's what, like, what's understood here, we know how to say it to a point to it resonate with you, and then you get what you're supposed to get, man. Come on, man. We know all about the power of words, man. You know, but you successfully gotta pull that genie out of that bottle. You got to. And that's you understanding yourself, man, how you work best. And you working best means you know how to handle yourself mentally and emotionally, bro. You into all different aspects of you. That's what sanity is, bro. So now when the niggas are telling you with insanity, you're doing the same shit over and over, but that's because you don't have the sight. That's why you gotta let the dead bury the deads, man. You gotta have the sight, man. That's why you gotta go within. The light is within. Reality starts within, not without. See, again, that's another key you gotta know. That's why the Indians, they call this world Maya, which means a world of illusion. Boy, like when I tell you, like, that's the best definition for me. Because what they mean by fucking illusion is that nothing is what it seems. Like when you see a magic trick, when you see that person in half, that's a trick. Because there's no way no one can be half, nigga. Do you understand that? Okay, bam. So that's the world you're living in. A world like that. Everybody look halfway. But none of them are. Ironically. That's why you gotta know you whole. You're the one. And knowing that truth will set you free, my friend. Reality starts within. That's why you have to embrace you. That's why you got to believe in you before anybody else does. It's a must that you believe in you. It's a must. And if you don't believe in you, nobody else will, neither. How do you get to perform your own gift without confidence? You're going to have to own your gift. When you own your gift, what that means is it's like now you know you're the one doing this shit. That's when now you really get to talk your shit. Like for me, like I told you, you can't act it the way I perform it. Because this is really what I do. You know, I found myself in this, man. Do you understand? You must be crazy. You crazy. I am born for this. You know, because I have successfully pulled myself out too. I know who the genie is. I know who the fuck the genie is, motherfucker. I do. I know him personally too. Trust me, I do. So much so now, man, we're on spit. Man, listen. Listen, it's... Man, listen, man. You know what I mean? So, like, hey, man, it's all good now, you know what I mean? I paid off my debts, man, you know what I'm saying? We all leaving now. It's to a point, we're so like, that is so much of my nigga, man. We have no debts against each other, man. Like, we working together now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we put everything in the past. Now we were just, man, you know what I'm saying? We're just fucking with Sammy, man. Where the fuck is Sammy? You know what? Ironically, let me just say this. I did have a little bit of summary review on Sinners, and then when I talked about it, ironically, see, I knew what it was. This nigga did actually work with Christopher Nolan on that movie, Ryan Coogler. So that's when I was able to see those metaphysical shit And I'm like, oh, okay, I see the same structure in fucking Matrix, Inception. You know, you kind of get the feel. Tenet, you know, then when I saw that, that's why I was telling you guys, yo, this is a black Matrix. You know, and ironically, like when you understand voodoo and all that shit, that's really what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm laughing now because, man, I've seen so many reviews about the centers, man. It's crazy. But anyway, what else? I'm trying to see any other latest shit. Oh, Shannon shit. Shay. Hey, man. But you know what, man? You know what's crazy? Like, you know, when shit like that happens, just so you guys know, man, and this is for all educational purposes, because I'm not criticizing on the nigger. I'm saying I'm using his case as, because he's reflecting so many things, man. Like, this guy never went to a girl's house after going to a girl's house once, and then he had a bad experience, then he never did it again. So that alone is showing you that's the type of dude that, you know what I'm saying, that's a scary guy, to be honest. And literally, that's a little baby right there. No, seriously. But these niggas, they all look buff up and shit. When you don't know what to look like, you know what I'm saying, you may let all that shit, but then again, those are insecure little boys, man. You know, also you can see it, but then again, he's reflecting the culture too, man. He's not the only one like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, come on, nigga. Like, who really, when you talking about sex too, you don't fucking get dirty and shit. Like, even when I be hearing niggas even, like, nigga, if they talking dick and pussy, man, like, I mean, shit. What the fuck? Like, you expect dick and pussy to be talked about quietly or without some strong contrast or no fucking excitement, no bombshells? Like, what the fuck, man? You know, that's why these conversations are always going to be those conversations. And you want to blow shit out of proportion too, because a big part of those conversations is getting dirty. Isn't that what they're doing any fucking way? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, when you hear certain shit, I mean, you get to see the insecurity too and all that shit. Because whenever you look at the collective consciousness, you got to look at it from a bigger perspective. Why is everybody reacting to that message? And for the most part, you're going to see most people, they already have a fucking opinion, or there's always something there. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker, obviously, with the nigga that he got on his podcast, and, you know, and then, you know, the gossip too, man. Like, niggas love gossip.